It's not about politics. It's about football.
This is a simple game.
We're going to run the ball, and we're going to pass the ball. We're just going to play football, really.
How good of a football player are you?
I just get in and try to spin it. That's all.
I just love the game.
It really is the best time of the year.
Everybody, welcome back to It's Just Football. I am Trevor Sikkema. Mike Renner is not with me. Last night, we traded him for a second, third, and fourth round pick in the 2023 NFL Draft. Don't worry, John Lynch signed off on it. I actually have no idea where Mike is. It's not that he just didn't show up to the studio. I can't remember why he said that he wasn't coming in today, but it's just me. I'm flying solo. Not entirely. I got everybody in the production suite. I got you guys in the chat. We're going to have a blast here on a Friday. Jam-packed show today. We got trivia, which I saw some people in the chat already say, oh, this is the chat's best chance to take down the set because Mike's not here. I'm insulted. What do you mean? Come on. I've had my answers for the chat. I know trivia is more of Mike's thing, but it's a little insulting. Come on. I don't deserve that kind of crap from you guys. Y'all are already flooding the chat with random football names. Absolutely love it. If you're new to the chat, Parker, I know is in here for the first time. Shout out to Parker. What we do on this show is before the show, people just fire off a random name of a random NFL player, and it gets the conversations going. It's a lot of fun. We got trivia today. We've also got Tariq Woolen coming on the show today. Very excited about that. We've got our good friend Seth Galina, who's going to be on the show. He's going to help me with trivia as well. We're going to talk about the Christian McCaffrey trade. We're going to talk about what we saw on Thursday Night Football as well. Let me see where the mic is at in the production suite today. Who's got the mic? Who's got the mic this morning? Who we got?
It's your boy. What's up?
Okay, what's up, Stone? What's up? I'm going to be bouncing things off of you quite a bit because I don't really do shows solo, like podcasts, obviously this show. Like I normally don't do it solo. So people are going to get really tired of my voice, so I'm just going to have to get you in the entire show. I hope you're ready for it.
No worries. Yeah, I'm no Mike Renner, but I'll do my best.
No, come on. What we learned yesterday is that you could beat Mike Renner in an arm wrestling contest because he's scared to compete.
Yeah, well, apparently he's afraid he's going to get his arm snapped in half. So
would you snap his arm in half?
I don't know. Does he have really skinny arms?
When's the last time you arm wrestled?
Oh, it's been a while.
Like high school?
No, yesterday I took the mic from Eli. I broke his arm in half.
Is that why he's wearing a sweatshirt? Because you got a cast underneath it?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, no question of the day today, right? Because we're doing trivia.
Yep, that's right.
All right, so there's no question of the day today because we're doing trivia. We're going to have so many wonderful questions of the day. Shout out to the chat champ, Captain Spock. I don't know if I saw Spock in the chat, but hopefully he's there. I tell you guys all the time, the rule about winning chat champ is if you win it, you have to show up the next day because you got to represent the chat in full for what's going on here. So you guys are already flooding things. Y'all are taking shots at me with trivia. Come on. I got talent. I've got trivia talent. You guys are going to find out the hard way. Y'all are way too overconfident this morning with how you're thinking the trivia time is going to work out. Josh asked Trevor, how did the Cardinals win? Well, it sure wasn't the chemistry of Kyler and his head coach. I know we have that later, but if we refresh timeline, if you have the clip of Kyler Murray and Cliff Kingsbury on the sideline, that was the big takeaway for me. Look, the Saints are so beat up. We figured that the Cardinals probably were going to win. It was at home. Arizona needed to get off the schneid. It was their first win at home in 8 games, I believe. So that needed to come. Kyler was tired of reading the tweets about you guys talking about Call of Duty. We talked about it yesterday on the show. But this little back and forth between Cliff Kingsbury and Kyler Murray, we got to play it because it didn't look good. It just really didn't look good.
And Murray barking his way over to the sideline.
Murray had a lot of that energy last week against Seattle, where he would be frustrated. You can see it right there.
Yep.
I think that's the buildup of a number of weeks. This offense has been struggling.
Well, they don't score an offensive touchdown last week. Hopkins comes in to try to calm them down. Stuff happens, as we know.
I think it's a little ironic that if you're good at lip reading, you can see Kyler believe is yelling at Cliff Kingsbury, calm the F down. I think that he says it twice before he goes over there, and Kyler's the one who's yelling at him, so I thought that was a little bit ironic.
It's like that scene in The Office during the fire drill when Michael's like, everybody calm the fuck down.
Stay calm! Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, God, it's happening! And DeAndre Hopkins is like his first day back in like 2 months from the season. He's got to be the one to get in between the quarterback and the head coach. Look, I've never played the game at an NFL level. Quite easily visible for everybody who's watching the show. I think some people might say, hey, you know what? It's good. It's good to have this kind of passion. And DeAndre Hopkins said after the game, oh, you love that kind of passion between two guys who are passionate about winning. Like, you want to see that. You want to see that fire. I don't know about all that. That, to me, feels a little disrespectful. Every relationship between players and coaches is a little different. So maybe theirs is different in this regard as well. But it feels like that kind of an outburst comes from a spot of not having a ton of respect for the other. Kyler yelling at Cliff Kingsbury. We feel like there's been some tension of play calling and what he's doing and what positions he's putting the team in before. So it's not like that's totally unfounded. I just don't love the look. I don't think that it was a good look. I don't think it was a good look for Kyler. I don't think it was a good look for Cliff. I don't think it was a good look for the team, especially because the Cardinals are struggling more than some believe that they would. I didn't think they were going to be a very good team this year, but it feels like it's unraveling. It feels like there's stresses, and that relationship is not good, man. When I saw that, I felt like it came from a place not of passion, of camaraderie, but truly from a almost disrespectful. Like, I don't respect the guy who's on the other side of things. Like, they are clearly not handling it the right way, and that's the way that I saw it. So if Kyler's already having those kind of outbursts with Cliff, I don't know how much that's going to get better throughout the NFL season. I'm curious as to what you guys thought. Kyler's got a short temper too. Like, I think that that's the case. Cliff, TJ said that, no, safety said this. Cliff ain't it. Kyler's a little fed up. I think that that's the case. And I think Kyler probably knows that if one of them's got to go, it's not going to be Kyler. He's not going. They're not going to get rid of the quarterback. I think that they're going to get rid of the head coach. So I think that's the way that it's going to go. We had a hilarious clip that happened actually in the first half of the game. I feel like you could have hit a freeze frame on that Marco Wilson dive to the end zone, and you could just put it in the Louvre next to the Mona Lisa. It was beautiful. Not only how high Marco Wilson got off the ground, but just the play itself. It was one of two Andy Dalton pick sixes in the first half. I think we have the clip here. I think we could show it. Look at how beautiful this is. Look at the leap. How does he get that high? My man's like a frog out here. That is ridiculous. Look at that. That is ridiculous vert. I think Marco Wilson had a pretty damn good vert at the combine when he was coming out. I knew he was athletic, but that athletic? The man's flying. Unbelievable. You get Andy Dalton. He's not even looking at it. He doesn't even have to look. He knows what's going to happen. He knew that was a pick six before it even left his hands. Parker said Marco Wilson, Hall of Fame moment. I don't know if the Florida Gator in me can actually believe those words. Steven said, best end zone leap ever. I think that that's correct. My guy got up. He is over the head of the kneeling cameraman. I'm watching this again because I'm watching it on replay here.
Apparently he had a 43.5-inch vert at the combine.
I knew he jumped high at the combine. 43 is massive. 43 is a massive leap. That's pretty crazy. Juke said Kyler's acting like an actual teenager. Well, I play a lot of video games. I did play a lot of video games when I was a teenager. Probably had some outbursts as well. I saw Nate Tice said on the timeline that Kyler was blowing up on Cliff like he just lost a match in Warzone. So I have to hat tip for the topical joke there. Oh, there it is, Philip. This is grounds for Cliff to take Kyler's Xbox away for the week. But no, look, all video game obviously jokes aside, it wasn't good, man. That's the big story for me. The Saints are so beat up. There were so many playmakers, whether it was Marshawn Lattimore, whether it was Jarvis Landry, whether it was who's it? Michael Thomas, Jameis Winston, obviously. Like, they've got so many guys beat up that I didn't think they were winning that game anyways. The biggest takeaway wasn't just the final score. It was what the Cardinals are going to be for the rest of the season and the relationship that they have there. Big news that dropped during the game, though. We have to talk about this. Jake said in the chat early on, am I the only one who's tired of hearing about the Christian McCaffrey trade? You might be, Jake, because it happened like 12 hours ago. It's not even 12 hours old, and it was a massive shakeup. The biggest trade piece that we thought was going to be at the NFL trade deadline was Christian McCaffrey. He ends up getting moved to the San Francisco 49ers for, as I joked at the top of the show, a second-round pick, a third-round pick, and a fourth-round pick this year, as well as a fifth-round pick in 2024. That, to me, is absolutely bonkers, to quote our good friend Bonkers in the chat. How in the world they got this kind of a haul, the Panthers did, for McCaffrey on that contract? And listen, both of these things can be very true, and I want to make this very clear. The 49ers are objectively a better team this morning because they have Christian McCaffrey. They are a more talented team. They have more offensive mismatches than almost any team in the NFL, maybe in any team in the NFL, depending on how you look at Brandon Ayuk's speed with George Kittle's versatility and everything that you could do with him in the slot and as an inline blocker. Same thing for Deebo Samuel as a player who could play as a running back, as a wide receiver. You can use him all over the field. Christian McCaffrey feels like the same way. So it's a brilliant offensive head coach getting another unique offensive piece in the NFL. They are better as a team for it. Still overpaid. Still probably a bad trade. Unless they are winning the Super Bowl this year on the backs of Christian McCaffrey, it's probably a bad trade because people look at the salary cap and they go, oh, he's only $1 million on the salary cap this year. Yeah, but then it goes up the next few years. Like they do have to pay that price eventually, and it is for a running back. When you look at what the San Francisco 49ers have done since 2012, they have now spent a second-round pick, 3 third-round picks, a fourth-round pick, a fifth-round pick, and a sixth-round pick, all on running backs. And Jeff Wilson, who was an undrafted free agent, was leading the San Francisco 49ers in rushing before this. It's just so hard to think that that price tag was worth it for the 49ers. Now, they are a team that is going to run the ball. That is their identity. That is what Kyle Shanahan is going to do. But even that being the case, man, it's so much to give up for a running back that not only that you have to pay literally in salary cap and in a contract, but then you paid in draft picks to go get him. It's always such a tough thing. People go back and forth with, oh, you don't want to trade for a player that then you eventually have to pay, especially for the guys that aren't very young. Christian McCaffrey plays a position that takes a lot of hits, man. So he's been off the field due to injury over the last couple of years. That goes into the equation. 49ers are better for it. But I don't think it was a good trade in the long run. This is a more talented team this morning than they were last night. But those draft picks and the way that they're going about it, man, that's a risky play. So we'll get back to this. I want to revisit this with you guys. I know you guys are talking a lot about it and what could be worth it. But we've got a guest that I want to get to on the show. I teased it to you yesterday that we had a very special guest that was joining the show. And joining us now, it is Seattle Seahawks rookie corner Tariq Woolen. If y'all got questions for Tariq Woolen, I want to hear them in the chat. If you got some good ones, we'll be able to fire it up at the end of the interview. But do we have him? Do we have Tariq Woolen? Do we have him on with it right now? What's up, Tariq? How you doing, man?
What's up? Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning to you as well. I know it's early for you, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you taking the time to join the show, dude. You were the topic of conversation on the show earlier this week with how well you are playing, potentially being in the defensive rookie of the year category, man. So I just wanted to say congrats on a great start to the early part of your career, man. I know that you weren't drafted as high as you wanted to, or a 5th round pick, and I know a lot of people said, oh, it's because he's raw. You know, he's very talented, but he's raw. Here you are out here leading the league in interceptions already this way through the season. What has been the biggest catalyst for that? For you taking that leap from UTSA, getting the Seattle Seahawks, and being able to make a difference right away? What's been the biggest difference for you? How have you been able to do it?
Honestly, it just started whenever I got the chance to be a starter. The coaches and stuff, they showed trust in me, and as soon as I felt trust from the coaches and trust from my teammates, it just made it so much more comfortable. And then as OTAs and training camp went along, I just put in the extra work, and certain injuries happened, and it just put me in the starting role. And once I did that, I just embraced it. And as weeks kept going by, I just got even more comfortable, and it started to show on the field.
I love it, man. I love it. Now, I read your first interception that you had in college. you said you got with a broken arm. You said you had a cast on when you got your first interception. So I'm curious, what was more difficult, getting an interception with a cast on in college or your first interception that you got in the NFL?
I would say the one with the cast on because I had to catch it a certain way in order to keep the ball cradled in.
I read that after you got the interception, you said, man, I like this feeling. And I know you didn't get an interception until your junior and senior years when you were at UTSA, and you said that you like this feeling. So how is it now having that feeling so many times over and over again here at the pro level? What is that like, getting to experience that as a pro, getting more interceptions now than you even had in your college career to this point?
It feels good because at this level, it's kind of hard to get them. And then also it feels even better when, you get the ball back to your offense that plays pretty well this year, and they can go out there and score the ball or, do something with the ball. Just giving them a lot of chances, a lot more chances helps the team out a lot. And then it just make you even more comfortable out there. It make you feel like any ball that's your way, you feel like you can catch it. So I just keep growing as each interception go by, and I just treat it like the next play though. But it just gives you an extra boost of confidence going into the game because you feel like the more tighter you are in coverage, the better the chance of getting an interception.
Talk to me about the Senior Bowl experience, because I know that you were there, and it was something that I loved watching you be there, because it was giving me a first look of you in that setting with guys that were going to get drafted pretty high, and you were sticking with them, man. But I know that it was an opportunity where I was seeing you get and talk with coaches on the sideline and saying like, oh, like you were so close to it with it. But just talk to me about that Senior Bowl experience and how that molded you, how that helped you kind of jumpstart your ability to really show out early on here.
Yeah, the Senior Bowl experience, it helped me out a lot because me going to school in Conference USA, they always say, oh, competition and stuff like that. And just in my case, experience of playing a position. So to be able to go out there to the Senior Bowl and showcase some of the skills I have and also gain knowledge from different coaches and even teammates that went to all the other schools, they did a good job about telling me what to do on certain plays too. So it was a great experience, and I feel like it helped me out throughout the whole job process because scouts got to look at me up front, and they got to see, what they've been hearing about. But I feel like at the Senior Bowl, it was just me going out there trying just to show my best ability because I had just came off an injury, too, in my senior year because I had broke my arm again. So that was like the freshest football I had played since a couple months. So it just felt good to go out there and I showcase what I can do, and I just built off from there.
This one's from Quell. He's watching in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Pete Carroll's been around for a long time, and he asked, how has Pete helped you in terms of your development early on in the career? Maybe even off the field as well, just handling stuff in the film room and how you're supposed to be and everything like that. How has Pete Carroll as your head coach really helped you out to really stand out so far early on?
Sure, that helps out a lot. Everybody see him on TV, a cool, calm, collected dude, always smiling. That's how he is, like on an everyday basis. When you play for a coach that loves his players and is for the players and understand how football should be played a certain way, and also who's a great DB coach, having him as your head coach, it helps out tremendously. And whenever he comes up to me and give me certain insight on what I should do with this play or certain plans and certain tools I should use on each play, it helps out because I know he put me in the right position because he done did it before other guys.
What was he like during the pre-draft process? I'm curious. Everybody's seen the clip of him going shirtless with DK Metcalf when they were at the combine together, just because he was messing around with him and everything. Like, how was he during the pre-draft process when you got to interact with the Seahawks, even before they had picked you?
It was cool. I had met him one time at the combine, and I had like a what's that thing called? Informal visit, yeah. An informal visit or formal visit, whatever. And I had met with the Seahawks in the press box at the combine. And whenever I had seen Coach P, we just looked at each other and smiled, and he just was smiling pretty hard. And then we just watched film. And after that, I told people that I visited the Seahawks. I was like, oh, yeah, you going to the Seahawks. Because the meeting was so well. I had met with two other teams before that, and I was in there sweating. But with the Seahawks, the meeting we had, I wasn't sweating none. They just showed us some cool couple plays, and then that was it.
Well, that definitely shows out to the early confidence that you have for sure. Look, Seattle is a team that's had really good defensive backs. You know, the Legion of Boom, everybody talks about it. Specifically, Richard Sherman. He was the leader of that group. And Richard Sherman, he's kind of a little bit built like you are, right? Bigger, longer corner, a guy who can really take away half the field and goes up against some of the best receivers. Did you watch Richard Sherman a lot growing up? And then I'm sure people have talked to you about the comparisons, the impact that you're having at corner and what Richard was able to have. So what comes to your mind when you think about those things of you being compared to Richard Sherman?
I think it's pretty cool, one, because he's a great cornerback, but also it's just his a little different whenever you play for Seattle, and then you see that, you know, we were picked 153 and 154 in the 5th round. So it's close similarities for sure. And just knowing me being compared to a person like that, it gives you, you know, a lot more confidence because people see that you actually got the ability to play like this dude or even better. So as long as I just keep doing what I'm doing and keep going in the right direction, I feel like I can just keep going and making a legacy for myself. I'll take the comparisons for with the Sherm and BB and stuff like that, but at the end, I want to keep growing and grow my legacy too.
A lot of people in the chat are asking this question. In practice, who's more difficult to cover? Is it DK Metcalf or is it Tyler Lockett? They got to know.
When it comes to like routes and like Tyler Lockett, he real creative. He like, cause he more twitchy too. He a real creative dude. And don't get me wrong, DK runs some great routes too. But like now when it comes to just the body and just like can actually like, you know, they both do a great job of catching it too. But they have their pros and cons, you know, just because one dude is bigger and the other dude is smaller. But you get the best of both worlds just because they some of the top receivers in the NFL. So both great receivers, and I just have fun competing with them throughout practice.
I had a feeling you wouldn't really pick between the two of them because you're a good teammate, and that's what a good teammate does. I do want to know this too. Somebody else asked this one.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you rather not have to tackle, DK or Kenneth Walker? Because Kenneth's also, I mean, Kenny's going off right now. So who would you rather tackle the least between those two dudes?
Shoot, DK.
Has there ever been a moment in practice, either like preseason or now, where like DK just absolutely got you? Maybe it was for the first time. You're like, damn, okay, like this dude's for real. This dude's as strong as he looks.
Not really. Probably early in training camp because we did a good job of, you know, trying to keep everybody healthy. But there's a couple we had time we had padded practice, and it was one instance for sure. I was playing off, and they ran like a little like smoke route to them, and then we had pads on, and we had to make a collision and wrap up. So that was like one of my first times really, you know, having to actually meet up with him and tackle him a little bit. But other than that, shoot, he do a great job of in between plays, just let me know what I can do better. So he do a great job and make sure that I'm being great too.
I'm curious, as somebody who's having a lot of success as a rookie in the NFL, there's a lot of really great wide receivers out there, right? You mentioned a couple on your team that are making you better every single day, but is there a receiver around the NFL that you've either watched this year or you've watched over the last couple of years that you're excited for the challenge to go up against, whether it's this season or sometime in the future? And then just how do you prepare for those guys? What's your mentality getting to go up against? Like, hey, you look at this week, well, we got this. I mean, we got DeAndre Hopkins this week. We got Cooper Kupp this week. We got whoever it is. What's your mentality going into that week when you see a really good wide receiver you got the chance to go up against?
Honestly, I smile just because, one, it's a new experience, and two, these are the names you hear in and out of the league. And especially in our division, too, we got a couple teams with great receivers. So if I ever want to play in a division, this is one of them, because if you a cornerback and you do the right things versus these receivers, you know, it can just help you get better. And then people will see like, oh, this guy can actually play. So my approach is just to be level-headed and be the same and be cool through it all, no matter who the receiver is. You know, people are great playmakers, but you just got to keep a level head and just make sure that, you know, you do your job. You do your 111, because you can hear names, you can hear all that, and it may can get to your head. But if you just take out all those factors and equations and just go ahead and just stick to your technique and stick to your game and worry about what you got to do, you go out there and play well. So I just take the same approach. And, you know, even certain receivers got certain things that they do and I make sure throughout practice I get those certain looks. That way, when it comes to game time, it won't feel new, or it may feel like, oh, I don't know what to do.
I love it. That's a good approach. Is there anybody, last question for you, is there anybody that you're looking forward to going up against? Is there anybody in the league that you're watching around that you're like, I can't wait to get to go up against them and have that challenge?
I mean, we got a couple good teams that we're gonna face in a couple weeks. I'm just trying to think right now. If anything, I have to say D-Hop for sure, because we played the Cardinals a while ago, and he wasn't on there, but now he's back. So D-Hop is going to be one, because I remember when I was a receiver, dude, D-Hop was the dude to me. So D-Hop, Devontae Adams for sure, and then we play the Buccaneers. So Julio and Mike Evans, that was going to be pretty cool too.
There we go. All right, I love it, man. Never backing down from challenge. We can absolutely see that every single week. Tariq Woolen, thank you so much for joining us, man. We really appreciate it. Best of luck on everything you got going on this season. Appreciate it, man.
Oh yes, sir. Thank you. Have a great day.
Man, Tariq's awesome. Awesome, dude. Love to hear that stuff. I love listening to him talk about the challenge that he has going up against Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. Really, when you think about it, I mean, it wasn't a cop-out. I don't think it was a cop-out answer at all for him to say, like, oh, Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf, they're such different wide receivers. And when you really sit back, you go, man, if he gets to go up against those two different kind of guys every single game or every single week, that's a lot of the strengths of wide receiver play that he's getting to see in practice. A lot of that nuanced route running, a lot of that shiftiness, that quickness of Tyler Lockett, that veteran experience, and then obviously the strength at the catch point of DK Metcalf. He gets to the iron sharpens irons in a lot of ways with that Seattle team. Stone, I know you are a Seattle Seahawks fan. Okay, all right, he's not here. He's actually doing his job. Sorry, I thought he was on the mic. Look. If you get the mic, you can't be leaving the room. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay, now he's there. Stone.
What's up?
I know you're a Seahawks fan. How great was that?
Oh, that was so cool,
Dude,
man.
Tariq's
He's
the man.
awesome. And I also have heard him in press conferences before. I love that he starts everything with shoot. That's a great. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you ask him, that's also sometimes like a telltale sign of like when you ask a good question. As somebody who does like a lot of interviews for people, if they're just like shoot, then you're like, all right, cool. Now I'm like getting him to think about something. So
yeah, Chad had some good ones. Those are some good ones.
Chad did have some really good ones. Appreciate everybody getting involved. I wish we could have asked him more. I wish we would have more time on that one. But as we continue to get players here on this show, we'll definitely be able to do that. Look, if you guys have any questions for our next guest, you can fire away. We do whatever we want here in this show. But my good friend, your good friend, everyone's good friend, Seth Galina is joining the show here with me because, Seth, I'm not going to lie. I have confidence in my trivia abilities, but I needed a partner here. I needed a duo. This is what it needed to be. So I appreciate you joining the show, and I appreciate you joining the show for trivia. Are you a trivia guy? I got to know, like off the bat, are you a football trivia guy?
I mean, I'd like to think I know a little bit about football, enough to be a trivia guy.
Okay.
I'm certainly, like, combined, neither of us are Mike Renner when it comes to trivia. We know that. So this is going to be tough.
I was hoping that he was going to say he was an absolute genius. I was hoping that you were like, every single night I go to a different bar and I'm a ringer for trivia. Because that's actually what I feel like Mike is. But buddy, how you doing, man? How's the football season been? I know you've been all over the place doing a ton of different things. You had a great article on Geno and Russell Wilson and that Seahawks offense that came out not too long ago. If anybody has not read that yet, they definitely need to go do so. But how's the season been so far for you?
It's been good. It's been hectic. I think all of us who work in the NFL know how hectic it is between September and December, January. So yeah, I'm just helping. You know how it is. Just helping the big boss get through the week.
Indeed.
For Sunday Night Football, and helping my new best friend Kirk Herbstreit as well. So just going through it day by day.
So you're saying that if anybody has any complaints about Thursday Night Football at all whatsoever, they should email you about it.
Yeah, it's Seth.Galina@pff.com. Please send all issues that you have with Thursday Night Football to me.
Why did this game suck?
Send if you have issues with the two teams that are playing, I'll take those notes as well.
Yep.
Lack of touchdowns, I'll take those notes as well. So please Seth.Galina at pff.com.
Yeah, you handle the scheduling. You handle everything that comes out of the broadcaster's mouth. You also moonlight as God with the playing ability of the players. So you kind of like decide how they're going to play. So yeah, any criticism you have about Thursday Night Football, you can fire Seth's way. Guys, what's the record? Production crew, what's the record for trivia?
I believe it's you guys 2, chat 1, and then there's 1 tie. I think that's right.
You do hate to hear that if you're in the chat. So, Seth, the way that we do it here is it's me and you. We will come up with an answer collectively. It'll be multiple choice for every single question. And it's the same for the chat. You and I will collaborate. We'll talk about it a little bit for 30, 60 seconds, whatever it is. We'll come up with a final answer, and then the chat will have a final answer. We will tally up the scores. I believe there's 10 total questions. There should be 11 because we should have a tiebreaker. But whoever has the most correct answers at the end of it obviously wins. So we on the set have won 2 matches. The chat has won 1, and we have had a tie also because we were too dumb to have a tiebreaker question early on in the season. So Seth, if you are ready to go.
I hope you guys are ready to go. I think chat's pretty hyped. Parker Kovalich, as soon as Seth hopped in, he typed, "Oh, this changes nothing, LOL."
Come on. Seth, they're doubting us, my guy. They were in here at the beginning of the show before you even popped on. They were slandering my name. They were slandering my football IQ. We've got the chip on the shoulder now. We're the Tariq Woolens. We were drafted in the 5th round. People didn't believe in us enough. So we got to come out fighting. We're the Tariq Woolens of Are You Smarter Than a PFF Grader? Let's do it. First question.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Josh Allen leads the NFL with 45 completions on throws 10-plus yards downfield. Who ranks second with 41? Is it A, Kirk Cousins, B, Matt Ryan, C, Patrick Mahomes, D, Geno Smith? Go Hawks.
Okay. Josh Allen leads the NFL with 45 completions on throws of 10 or more yards down the field. Who ranks second with 41? It's got to be a guy that's got to...
Now, the question is, hold on.
Yeah.
Can I look up the answer? Is that
no?
Am I allowed to
no.
look up the answer?
No. In fact, I will close my laptop. I am closing my laptop because people accuse me and Mike of cheating somehow, and we're not. So no, we can't look it up. It's just off the top of our head. It's from the knowledge that we have gathered throughout the season, doing research on articles, all that kinds of stuff. So obviously with something like this, it's probably going to be a guy who's got a higher average depth of target. It's not going to be Matt Ryan. I think Patrick Mahomes is in here to throw you off because the Chiefs haven't had a pretty high average depth of target. So I'm thinking either A or D. What do you think?
Yeah, I actually think that it's probably Cousins, just because we wouldn't think it would be Cousins, but obviously, they're 5-1 now. They are throwing the ball pretty well, so I kind of think it's probably Kirk Cousins in this one, because I agree, it's not Matt Ryan. They haven't been good enough on offense. The Mahomes thing makes you want to take Mahomes, obviously, just because of how good he is.
Right.
So it's really just for me Cousins or Geno, but I'm gonna say Cousins because I think they don't. That's the one that's trying to throw you off. I think the most is Cousins, so I think it's Cousins.
For as good as Geno has been, I think he's been, this is going to sound insulting, but it's not like more efficient than he has been explosive. He has been explosive. He has completed a lot of explosive plays, but I think Kirk would be 2. So if you're good with A, then I'm good with A, and we can lock it in.
Cool.
Let's lock it in.
Okay,
all right.
We're locking it in.
Chat is locking in Geno Smith, 70% of the vote.
Wow.
The answer
We're
is
screwed, man.
It's B, Matt Ryan. You're both wrong.
No way.
What?
No way. No. Nope. No. I won't accept it.
Another issue with PFF stats and grades, okay?
I cannot believe that this is Matt Ryan. Look, I know that they've been asking him to throw deep down the field, and that feels like why that offense has been as inefficient as it has been. But he really has the second most 10-yard passes?
They just haven't been good. That's what I was kind of thinking. It's like, they're just like not a good offense. You'd like to think that the teams that are creating offense are the teams that are getting completions
right.
10 plus yards down the field.
Right.
So it's like, it didn't really make sense to me that Matt Ryan. Now, my thing with Ryan and the Colts offense, like when I watch them, I'm like, I see it coming around at some point. Like Ryan is too good of a quarterback for them to be this bad, but I didn't think they were already hitting those amount of plays.
Man, that is they actually might have gotten a lot of those this past week. It just wasn't a lot of air yards doing it. They did get a lot of yards after the catch, so maybe that's kind of a sneaky one there. Nobody gets it. I'm curious, Stone, how many % of the people in the chat voted for Matt Ryan?
It was like 6%, and we even told them it was AFC, and it was still 6%.
Oh, wow. So the chat's getting hints.
It was tough. Yeah, chat's a little upset. Chat's a little upset about that one, but the first 3 questions are the hardest. For
okay.
Sure.
All right. What's the second one?
All right, next one.
The chat might get hints, but me and you have PFF Ultimate, so
That's
let's keep those laptops closed, guys.
I don't have. Look, it's closed. The laptop is closed.
All right, next question.
I'm opening it up.
Who leads the No, keep it closed.
I'm just kidding.
Who leads the NFL with 20 missed tackles forced on receptions? Is it A, Deebo Samuel, B, Austin Eckler, C, Travis Kelce, D, Cooper Kupp?
Initial reaction is Austin Eckler.
Just like by volume.
Yeah. And
it makes sense just because like I think like when you catch the ball short of the line of scrimmage, you're catching a swing pass or something,
right.
it's a running play, right? So you can make people miss that way. It's harder to make people miss when you catch like a hook or something, like 10 yards. So
I don't think it's going to be Travis Kelce.
But he's another guy who's catching a lot of short throws this year and like making people miss, so it might be him. But 20 is a lot.
But was he making people miss, or was he just running from finding soft spots and zones in open space? Like that's Deebo too, man. I think it's A or B. That's what I think. I think
Deebo has like 3 or 4 on that one catch against the Rams.
I know. I know. The graphic underneath us has Cooper Kupp in it. So if it's actually
so they're throwing us off. They're not.
Yeah. It can't be. Austin Eckler or Deebo Samuel.
Yeah, this is the best way to process of elimination. It's not actual football.
No. Mike and I spend most of our time. We spend most of our time trying to think about how they're tricking us rather than what the actual answer is. So, do you have a?
So yeah, I like Eckler or Deebo. Like I said, Deebo just because 4 in one play or 3 in one play is going to boost you a lot. But I like Eckler. I like the idea of it being a running back just because the amount of opportunities they would get to make people miss.
Oh, man.
We're talking too intelligently, okay? Like it's just not. We're gonna be wrong on all these things because it's like it's gonna be totally out of left field.
All right, so it's Matt Ryan again. No.
Every answer is Matt Ryan.
If you're cool with going A, I'll go A with Deebo Samuel. Just because of just honestly, I think the one play might put him over the top. So we'll go A. We'll go A with Deebo Samuel.
You guys, it's a 3-way tie in chat right now. I can't call it. Oh, it's okay. They just went to Kupp.
Oh wow.
The answer is Deebo.
Let's go. They weren't going to put Cooper Kupp on the little ticker bar, and if it was Cooper Kupp, come on, you got a game within the game, chat. You're better than that.
See, the chat's never hung out with anyone in the booth. Okay, they don't know what these guys are like. They don't know how freaky these guys are. They don't know how. They don't know them. So we know them. That's how we're winning this thing.
It's true.
Okay, Eli says he made the topic bars and he's playing mind games with you guys with the player picks.
I know he is. There was no way that you were gonna put Cooper Kupp on the topic bar and then it was gonna be Cooper
He said
Kupp.
sometimes that is the answer, so be careful.
Oh, I will end you, Eli. I will walk off this set and I will Kyler Murray, Cliff Kingsbury your ass live on the show. Okay, all right. So let's get to the third question. We're up 1-0.
Everybody, just stay calm.
Calm me F down.
Who leads the NFL in receiving yards versus single coverage with 266? Is it A, Mike Williams, B, Tyreek Hill, C, Justin Jefferson, D, Stephon Diggs?
Who's dumb enough to play single coverage against Tariq Hill?
So I don't think it's Jefferson because I'm just thinking about that first game where
he went
they
off.
were like against the Packers where he was running across the field. It's probably not going to get charted as single coverage.
Right.
Then again, he matched up against Lattimore in London and cooked it. So maybe it isn't.
Thank you for swaying me one way or the other.
My brain is a mess right now.
I am inclined to think it's Mike Williams because he's an outside dude. He's a big play receiver. A lot of his stuff is going to be chunk gains, and a lot of it's going to be going up against, I think, single coverage opportunities. All right, so Tariq Hill is the top bar.
Trev,
top bar right now.
If you wink at me, Trev, just like double wink, and I'll slyly put up TFF Ultimate, and I'll get the answer for us. I like what you're saying. I really like what you're saying about Mike, especially just every time that I've seen them, he's making a catch in single coverage, right? Like every Mike Williams catch in my head is single coverage. And especially without Keenan Allen, he's getting a lot of targets. They're probably all single coverage. So
right. I think I do think for as much as Tyreek Hill is on the topic bar and I'm trying to not get mind effed right now, I do think that it's either Tyreek Hill or Mike Williams. Mike Williams, I think the type of catches that he gets lends itself to that being a high number for him. Tyreek Hill, 4 weeks into the year, led the NFL in receiving yards, and I think he's still up there, maybe in the top 5 still. So almost just off volume alone.
Yeah, that's the issue, and especially just because like I think a lot of stuff does end up getting charted as single coverage because like once the ball is thrown, you're in a lot of times it's not just like you're in some voided spot in the zone.
Right.
Even if it's zone coverage, a guy attaches to you at some point and then it becomes single coverage. So Tyreek is kind of interesting now.
Then I think we should probably guess Tyreek.
Okay. I'm into it.
All right, let's guess Tyreek Hill. I like the Mike Williams pick, but volume, it's just too much Tyreek. We'll go Tyreek Hill. We'll lock in. We'll go Tyreek Hill here.
All right, the answer is B, Tyreek Hill. Chat went with
Trevor,
Stephon
you're
Diggs.
A monster.
Eli, put Eli on the screen right now. Put Eli on the screen. I'm in your head, baby. I am in your head. We're playing rock, paper, scissors, and you are sweating. You are grandma in the prison, but that's your mind right now, and I'm not letting you out. We're up 2-0, baby. 2-question lead.
What did the chat say?
They said Stephon Diggs.
Well, the chat. Oh my God, you guys are so dumb.
Hey, come on. We still need to watch the show. They're very nice people. They're good people. We love them dearly. Yeah. Do y'all know? Do y'all happen to know off the top of your head like what the order was in that? Like, was Mike Williams second? Was Stephon Diggs?
Hill was second because we literally put a cheetah emoji in the chat because they were so far behind. But yeah, Diggs was running away with it.
See, y'all got it. Mental games, baby. All right, so we're up 2-0. Let's go.
Chat, you got it, man. It's 2-0. Those were the hardest questions.
Hey, you got it. Look, I suck at trivia, right? I mean, you guys are saying.
All right.
I suck at trivia.
All right, that's enough of that.
Okay, all right.
This team has the least completions, gaining 20+ yards with only 6. Who is it? A, the Carolina Panthers, B, the Cleveland Browns, C, the New York Giants, or D, the Chicago Bears. This is the name that team category, by the way.
Okay. All right.
I think the obvious one is Chicago, but I think it's too obvious. And I think the issue with Chicago is like they actually probably have hit 20+ yard plays. Mm-hmm. They just haven't hit anything underneath the whole season. So I don't know if it's Chicago.
Brother, I think that there's multiple quote-unquote obvious answers here. Didn't PJ Walker complete one pass beyond the line of scrimmage last week? So that's basically an entire week where Carolina didn't even have anything. Baker stinks.
That makes the most sense to me. Like if you're spending a whole week not throwing, nothing. I mean, never mind 20+ yards, not throwing like 3+ yards down the field. That could help us out a bit here with the Panthers.
I think I'm going with the Panthers.
Yeah, I think to me it's obvious because again the Bears have hit some big plays. I'm thinking about Mooney a couple times. Mm-hmm. Daniel Jones, like off-play action, has hit some plays. I don't know if they're 20-plus yards, but they've been down the field a bit. So, yeah, the Panthers are so bad.
Man, hasn't Saquon had a handful of, like, explosive receptions, though? So, like, those would count as well. So it doesn't just need to be wide receiver stuff. I think we should play the math here and go with Carolina simply for the fact that they had an entire week where we know for a fact they didn't have one. So I don't know how split the chat is if we need to give them a little bit more time, but I think we're going with the Carolina Panthers on this one.
You guys are going with the Panthers?
Yes.
Chat is going with the Carolina Panthers.
Okay.
The answer is C, the New York Giants.
Wow, it is the Giants. Man.
You know, that honestly, that's just like a testament to like how good they've been on offense. They're just been so efficient.
This team is
good for them, man.
This team is 5-1, and they don't have explosive passing plays. And they don't have turnovers either. Oh well, they have fumbles. They don't have interceptions though. Like they got their first interception. Wasn't it last week that they got their first interception, or the week before? This is not a team that's like destroying you in the turnover margin that you can go, okay, well, when that goes back down to earth, then the Giants are going to go back down to earth. And it's not like they're getting these big chunk plays. They're just winning games. Wow.
Yeah, I don't really know how. They're not even like insanely efficient. Like they're clearly efficient, but they're not like crazy efficient either. So I'm not really sure what's going on in New York. But
I don't know. I don't know either. All right, so we're up 2-0 still.
2-0 is the
right.
score. Chat's got this one, though. They're getting on the board here.
Okay, all right. Let's
Name that team. Which of these teams is not top 5 in pass rush win rate? Is it A, the Washington Commanders, B, Denver Broncos, C, Buffalo Bills, or D, Philadelphia Eagles?
It's B or
those are all good teams.
It's B or D.
And I bet you like the answer is like the number 6 team in pass rush win rate. But yes. I want to say the Eagles.
Did you just hear Stone? He said yes. he said yes.
Yeah, so it's really you guys.
I think I'd go with the Eagles here. It's not I'm not guessing the Bills because the Bills front four has just been insane this year all around. I'm not guessing Washington because I believe it's over the last 2 weeks or maybe it's 3 weeks. Montez Sweat has the highest pass rush win percentage of any pass rusher in the NFL. Yeah. So that's all.
Well, they played against the Bears, so like that's going to improve your pass rush win rate quite a bit.
Right. Broncos had Randy Gregory, who, when he was out there and healthy, had a super high pass rush win rate.
Browning is playing
is
right now,
playing really well. I think this is a sneaky Eagles pick.
That's my thing. But again, it's like, even if they're 6, it's not like they're a bad team at rushing the passer. I just feel like, because I was watching them against the Cardinals a couple weeks ago, and like they were getting after those 2 tackles. So, man, I think it's the Eagles, but it's like could be anyone.
Eli put Von Miller as the ticker there. That's not the ticker. What is that called?
Did he?
Are you doing the what's the David Blaine YouTube video where he's just like, Cheez-Its? I'm not going Bills. I'm going Philadelphia Eagles. I think they're throwing us off.
Philly.
Here. Let's go with Philly. We're going with the Eagles.
You guys are going with the Eagles?
Mm-hmm.
Chat's going with the Eagles. Buffalo. The answer is the Philadelphia Eagles.
There it is, baby. There it is. 3-1, keeping 2-shot lead here.
Yeah.
Next category, ancient history.
Ah, yes.
Lamar Jackson is currently averaging 8.1 yards per carry, the most since which player's season? A, 2018 Josh Allen. B, 2014 Russell Wilson. C, 2011 Michael Vick on the Eagles. Or D, 2006 Michael Vick on the Falcons.
Wow.
Jeez. You know, I think the Vic stuff is interesting because all the carries are on like scrambles, which are going to get you a higher average rather than like these other guys, the newer guys. You have all like the quarterback design run stuff. So that's like, you're not going to get as many explosive plays doing that. So that's why my brain goes to Vic. Either Vic, I don't even know. Probably the earliest Vic. But even that.
What year did Vic break his leg? Was it 04?
I'm too young. I wasn't alive in 2004.
Damn.
I don't even know who Michael Vick is.
I've just heard about him. I've been told that Michael Vick was a thing. I agree that I think it's one of the Michael Vicks. I think your logic is very sound there.
Man, my logic's been bad this whole afternoon.
No. We're all right. We're all right. We come on. You got to manifest. I will say Atlanta Falcons Vic. I think that was still 2006 was still the time period in which the league, I don't think generally knew what to do with him, and there were a lot of teams that he was absolutely destroying on the ground with his legs.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Okay.
That it's got to be the early Vic, like ahead of his time type Vic.
Okay, let's go.
There you go.
Atlanta Falcons.
You guys are taking Atlanta Falcons Vic. Chad is taking Atlanta Falcons Vic, and it is Atlanta Falcons Vic.
Eli, I'm so much in your head, my guy. I am so much in your head.
Who was on the bar?
Falcons Vic.
Okay, good.
And Von Miller was on the last one, and we picked the Eagles.
You guys taking notes? All right. Here we go. Ancient history. Which team's defense is tied with the Bills for the lowest EPA per play allowed since 2018? Tied with the Bills. A, Pittsburgh Steelers. B, Los Angeles Rams. C, New England Patriots. D, Chicago Bears. And I think it would be good, Trevor, Seth, if you guys want to explain to the chat real quick what EPA per play is.
Seth, you want to do it?
Trevor? EPA per play is basically, oh my God, I'm going to sound so stupid.
No, you got it.
It's basically how wow. Trevor?
EPA per play takes into account
all. I use every day of my life.
EPA per play takes into account all sorts of context. So, like a 2-yard rush on 2nd and 10 is not as valuable as a 2-yard rush on 3rd and 1, right? And it also depends what part of the field you are on. So, EPA per play basically takes into context yards. So it's not just these raw yards. Oh, he picked up 3 yards. Well, what are the context of those yards? How much, like, where are they on the field? Where are they in the game? How much does that play go into what could be a score? Either 3 points, the probability of 3 points, or 7 points, whatever it is, the odds that they can get that. So EPA per play, that's what it is. It is just an over-encompassing, better context for every single pass play and run play, because there are so many different ways to judge it. It's beyond just getting raw stats. It's allowing you to look at how much plays actually get you towards the goal of scoring points. So that's what that is. So which team's defense is tied with the Bills for the lowest EPA per play allowed since 2018? I believe that was. What was the? I didn't see all the teams. I was too busy trying
Steelers, Rams, Patriots, Bears.
Steelers.
I mean, the Rams have had 2 really good seasons in that time frame.
Steelers, Rams, Patriots, Bears.
So the Rams led the league in defense in 20 and 21, basically. Or they were both top 5 in 20 and 21, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Is that possible?
I mean, we might as well guess the Rams then. We'll
Plus, they went to the Super Bowl in 18, so the defense must have been top 10 at least there.
Well, the offense carried them, but I don't think the defense was awful.
Right, exactly.
We'll go Rams. I'll go Rams.
Yeah, I like the Rams.
We'll go Rams.
All right, you guys are going Los Angeles Rams.
Context-filled defense.
Chat is going New England Patriots.
Oh.
Trevor, Eli is in your head. It's the New England Patriots.
Oh, damn.
What?
Damn. That was my second guess there, but Seth did bring up some good points of the Rams' top end of their defense. Well, yeah. Sean, then it's all fluff. Sean's defense is contextless. You know, it's just meaningless yards, and when it comes to EPA per play, Sean McVay, not.
I mean, look, the Patriots had that incredible season in 19, I guess it was.
Yeah.
That's year J.C. Jackson won Defensive Player of the Year, so that might have carried them.
Mm.
So scores 4-3, you guys.
Okay.
That's coming back.
All right.
We're moving on to the next category, which is name that player. Who is the only starting QB with an accurate pass rate under 50% this season? A, Mac Jones. B, Justin Fields. C, Russell Wilson. D, Jacoby Brissett.
I mean, Fields is not very accurate.
No. Fields seems way too obvious.
I know, right?
Jacoby's also not been good.
I haven't watched them in like a couple of weeks, so like I don't know how bad he's been. Because he was okay the first couple of weeks, but I don't know. Who are the other two guys?
It is Mac Jones. It's not Mac Jones. There's no way. Mac Jones, Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, or Jacoby Brissett.
God, honestly, like the way Russell's been playing.
Russ did right, not good. I honestly think it's either B or C. I think Russell Wilson's in here to really mess with us.
Yeah.
But it could be a this is the answer kind of mess with us.
Yeah, and Fields just seems so obvious that it's not him.
Playing the game within the game here.
I don't like this.
Do you think Russell?
They're right on our asses. Hey, it's 4-3. Like,
do you think Russ? Do you think Russ has been bad enough?
Okay.
Do you think? Do you think he's been bad enough?
I think so. I know that, like, yeah. When I looked at those numbers a couple of weeks ago, but I used it from the middle of last season, it was around 50%. It was like 56% or something like that. So I don't know. It makes sense that it's that bad.
Oh, he just put a silhouette in the little topic bar. He wasn't getting any sort of hint here. He's messing with us. Justin Fields has been bad, man. He's been bad.
Like really bad. Like really bad. Like can't hit an open receiver.
I think we have to, for our dignity, I think we have to answer Justin Fields. Because if it's not Justin Fields, then we're just gonna beat ourselves up.
Yeah.
All right, we're not gonna overthink it. We're gonna go with Justin Fields here.
That was actually the hint we gave in the chat was don't overthink it. The answer is B, Justin Fields.
Let's go, Seth.
Thank you, Trevor.
Chat got it as well. Chat got it as well.
All right, chat got it as well. 5-4. It's close. How many questions we got left? Math?
Between 2 and 3, depending on if it's a tie or not.
Between 2 and 3.
Between 2 and 3.
There's
Listen
a half
to
question.
you jabronis. Okay, let's go. Let's do it.
Here we go.
What time is it?
Name this player. It's late.
Okay,
it's
all
fine.
right. Speed rounds.
Name this player. 92.5 pass blocking grade. 1% pressure allowed. Pressure rate allowed. Is that right? Pressure allowed rate, which is second among all offensive line. And 0 sacks allowed.
You were good.
Here we go. A, Laramie Tunsil from the Houston Texans. B, Corey Lindsey from the Chargers. C, Michael Onwenu from the Patriots. Or D, Lane Johnson from the Eagles.
Okay, so that high of a thing, it's an interior player. It's not a tackle. So Lindsey, what do you say? Lindsey and Onwenu, I think potentially is Onwenu playing. He's still playing Cardinals.
Yeah, he is, and he's playing really well.
Yeah, that's why that makes a lot of sense. So I know Lindsey is like, I think I saw our social media put out that he had only allowed like 1 pressure or something. So it might be Lindsey.
Damn, it might be Lindsey then. I don't know anything. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know anything about Lindsey's grade. I know Michael Onwenu is playing really well. I know Lane Johnson's also playing really well, but I do agree with you. That's really tough to grade that high at pass blocking.
Yeah.
And pressure rate.
So I like the Patriots card. I like Onwenu. I think that would be my pick, to be honest. It's either him or Lindsey, but I'll go with Onwenu.
All right, we'll go with Onwenu here. We'll go with Onwenu. I don't have.
I'm afraid though, because center like does not like you don't really do a lot of like one-on-one pass blocking as a center. So like
that's true.
That's the thing. That's why the 1 pressure a lot is really interesting.
Okay, go Lindsey. Go Lindsey. We're going Lindsey. We're locking it in. We're locking in B. Corey Lindsey.
Here we go. You guys are going Corey Lindsey, correct?
Yeah.
Chat's going Michael Onwenu. The answer is Michael Onwenu.
No, you guys are lying.
And I was hoping that you guys would get caught up in the pressure thing because Lindsey's the center, so I'm very smart.
Yeah. I'm very smart.
Yeah, we just have one more question. Tiebreaker.
Okay.
All right. All tied up.
Here we go.
5-5.
All right. Let's do it, Seth. Let's bring it home.
Here we go.
Yep.
Who is the highest graded player since 2019? That's it. A, Aaron Donald. B, Trent Williams. C, Tom Brady. D, Devontae Adams.
It's not Adams or Brady. It's got to be a lineman.
You're right. It's one of those two.
Trent with the 99.9 grade or whatever it was last year kind of puts me on his side.
Yeah, but Aaron Donald's been above 90 every year of his career.
That's the difference. But the only thing is that
I don't think he's grading as high this year. Right?
And I think with Trent is like, we only really started talking about him last year, but he's had 90 plus grades for like most of his career. So it's like, I don't know. Because it's like, yeah, he did. I'm just talking myself into either of them. Because like the 99.9 or whatever he had last year is insane, but it's only, a small percentage of the overall snaps from 2019. So it's not like it might not have moved the needle that much.
19.
So he got to San Francisco in 20 or 21? 21. No, 20.
19, 20, 21, 22. So that's 4 active years.
Man.
I think we have to guess Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald hasn't finished with a non-elite grade yet. And like this year, I don't know if he's currently in elite status, but even if Trent Williams has been good over the last couple of years,
there's never a wrong time to pick Aaron Donald.
I know.
So,
I know. All right, let's.
I'm into it.
Look, if we fall on our sword here and we don't get this win because we correctly identified Aaron Donald as a good football player, I can go to sleep at night. We'll lock in.
We would be the first people to correctly identify Aaron Donald as a good football player. So.
and lose. All right, we're going with A.
You guys are going with A. Wait, what is A? Trent Williams?
No, Aaron Donald. Which means we got it right. You
guys are going Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
Chat is going with. Oh, it's so close, but they are going with Aaron Donald, and the answer is Trent Williams. Wait, hold on. It just tied up.
No.
It just tied up.
No. Give us one more.
All right, they went Donald.
Give us one more quick one. Do you have one more?
No, I don't have another one.
Oh, I thought you had another one in the chamber.
Oh my God.
God, another tie.
You know what's crazy is they were going full Donald, and then Brett Coleman, shout out Brett Coleman, is in the chat, and he was telling them that it's Trent.
Oh,
and so everybody started hammering it.
Brett's got ultimate. You're cheating.
Brett, I see you. Brett, you're a smart man.
Shout out to Brett Coleman, though. We love Brett. Appreciate you being in the chat. Appreciate you watching the show. Trent Williams has been unbelievable. Obviously, Aaron Donald
let's not forget. I'm pretty sure Brett also has PFF Ultimate.
That's what I said.
I
think he's got PFF Ultimate, but hey, we love him for it. We love that he's got PFF Ultimate. All right, I'm checking the chat right now. Oh man, so we tied, right? So it's a tie, 5-5.
Yeah, 5-5.
So the record is 2. We're chat is 1-2-2, and we are 2-1-2. We got to make sure that we can't be tying. We can't be tying out here. This is playoff football. Somebody's got to advance. Stone, I need 15
you brought me on here to be the tiebreaker basically, but I just couldn't do it today. I'm sorry.
No. Seth, you were fantastic. You were phenomenal. I appreciate you. I appreciate you helping us out, dude. Did you have a bet? Did you fill out a bet for what we were gonna do? Did you have a $5 parlay? A $5 Friday?
I do.
All right. What is it? What is it? Rattle it off. We're trying to get these people out here with some money this weekend. What do you got for a $5 Friday?
Okay, so you're not gonna make any money with this. I just want everyone to understand this, but I just wanted to have some fun.
Okay.
We're starting college. I don't understand why LSU is favored, even though they're at home against Ole Miss, but we're going LSU minus 2.5 against Ole Miss because we're all Tiger fans in the chat.
No, we're not. We're not.
And then we're going to 2 NFL ones. And again, we're just trying to have as much fun as possible. Bengals, Falcons over. I think that could be an explosive game that just should be really fun to watch. The Falcons offense has been like one of the most fun offenses to watch. The Bengals hopefully starting to put it together. And then Monday night, Pats Bears under. Like, let's get weird. Let's do a 10-7 game. Let's do a 9-6 game. Let's do a 7-3 game. Let's do a 3-2 game. Pats Bears under. You're not going to make any money. You're not making your $5 back, but you can have some fun at least.
Did you see Belichick say over 1,000 words on how good the Bears are? Did you see that?
They're scoring 0 points.
Yeah, no, that was my bold. We did bold predictions yesterday. They're scoring absolutely 0 points. That is how that is going. Okay, well, my $5 Friday parlay, which I just want to say this. Last week, I took an absolute Hail Mary. I said Seahawks money line, I said Jets money line, and I said Chiefs money line, okay? If you put $5 on that, I'm pretty sure you would have won like $95. You know what blew it for me, Seth? The Chiefs winning. All they had to do was win. Just win. That's it. They couldn't do it. This week, I'm back. I'm back with the underdogs here. I'm going with Seattle once again because I love betting them on the money line because Vegas keeps doubting them. Seattle money line versus the Los Angeles Chargers. I got the Giants money line at Jacksonville. And I got the Falcons getting 6.5 against Cincinnati in Cincinnati. You put 5 smackers on the line, get 63. We're getting out of here with some serious wings and beer money. Which one's not going to happen, Seth? Tell me. The Falcons covering 6.5, the Giants beating the Jags, or the Seahawks beating the Chargers?
I'll say I still want to believe in the Chargers. I know. I mean, they're 4-2, so like their record is good. I still want to believe in them, so I'll say the Chargers win.
All right. They're not, but I appreciate it. Appreciate you putting more fuel on the
cool.
fire.
Nice chat.
That's why we. Seth, that was fantastic, man. I appreciate you joining the show. Appreciate you joining for trivia. This is a lot of fun. We will definitely have to do this again, my friend.
Yeah. See you guys.
Real quick.
You,
Chat
Brett.
champ is Brett Coleman, who did he cheat? Yes, but he did it in style. So shout out Brett Coleman.
Shout out Brett Coleman. Does such a fantastic job covering so many different teams in the league. If you don't follow him on YouTube right now, you absolutely should. He will make you a smarter football fan. And he's just a great overall dude. So shout out to Brett. Brett's the chat champ, which, Brett, if you are still watching the show, you know what this means. You got to be back in the chat on Monday because you have to take the crown and represent for your people. You have to represent for the chat on the Monday show. We will see Brett and the rest of you guys on Monday recapping a great weekend of college football and NFL football that is coming up. For Seth Galina, for everybody in the production suite, I am Trevor Sikkema. Thank you guys so much for watching It's Just Football. We'll see you guys on Monday.
It's not about politics, it's about football.
This is a simple game.
We're going to run the ball, and we're going to pass the ball. He's just going to play football, really.
How good of a football player are you?
Not just get in and try to spin it. That's all.
I just love the game.
It really is the best time of the year.